This meeting is being recorded.
And I have her permission, which as a teacher, you should always ask your students for permission before you're recording them. Texas is a one-side recording state, but like it's a common courtesy, especially when you're working with colleagues, like professionally and or with students. So this is your and I'm going to add stuff to here that you're going to be able to use like right now, and it kind of looks messy. I might change it around and it might look a little bit different. What you have in this folder is all of your standards documents. Like, so all of your standard documents, here's art here, math, PE, ELAR, and we're going to start with ELAR because that's where we're going to start our instruction.
Okay.
With ELAR. So what I want for you to do is, as you tackle these, as you view the videos of us, tutorials, print these out before you begin your viewing, because I want for you to highlight, I want for you to take notes. We know as people who study pedagogy and education that there's something that happens inside the brain neurologically when you're doing things tactile, when you're writing things in your own words, when you ask questions, and it actually, the physical activity of annotating a text is an activity in metacognition, is you thinking about your thinking. And metacognition is something that ELAR teachers are constantly helping students build skills in, because we want them to be thinking about the paragraph that they just read and think, did I understand that? What did that mean? And so in order to train their brains to do that.
Are you okay? Sorry, ma'am.
Not at all. You take care of it. Not at all. Pajarito, pajarito, pajarito. That's what they used to say.
Okay.
Oh, what a sweet boys. I have 5 children. So, I mean, if people watch my videos, sometimes there's kids coming in and they're hacking up along also. So it's the perils of being a working mom.
Yes.
So print these out before you watch them. So, and don't do like, oh, I'm going to watch all the videos. No. Start with one at a time. I'm going to do a deep dive in English language arts. Once you're done with that and you feel comfortable, then you move on to the next content area, printing their standards and doing the same things that I talk about there. Okay. I also give classes, and I'll go here really quickly so you can take a look at it. It's going to be here. It's availability every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There are classes for core subjects. So you could come in and we'll go over particular areas. Like if you're working on your math stuff and you're saying, okay, I'm having difficulty with this area in math, then you can, sign up for one of these and come in and get help there. But what I want for you to do is focus your studying and come at it systematically. That's how we come at language instruction. So in a systematic way, we already looked at your scores. We know areas of need and where to begin. So we're going to begin with your standards document, because the exam is created, it is composed of this standards document and the TEXES that correspond with this content area. So all of the TEXES for English language arts and reading from EC or early child all the way to 6th grade, that in addition to this document are what the exam is made up of. So it's very important that A, we read through them once, B, that we do it a second time super critically. And as an English teacher or someone who might teach English, a critical reading means that if you don't understand a word or a concept, that is investigated, that's researched and looked up, that we utilize our dictionary skills to expand upon. It's okay for us not to know what something means. It's never okay for us to pretend that we do and move on. Because if the students need to, especially with the TEXES, because if the students need to know it, and that's what the TEXES are, they are standards and objectives, skills and knowledge concepts that the students are required to know. And so we'll look at them right now. So for yours, and we were just looking at ELAR, you would need your standards document. And in many of, and you can go here and print out the PDF version.
Okay.
And you will need the elementary, and you'll also need a section of the middle school because it's EC through 6.
Through 6.
So it's
Okay.
elementary, and then also one section of middle school, which is 6th grade. So those people who get their certificates in, like, let's say English language arts 4 through 8, they don't have the EC through 6, but there is some overlap with the teaching of EC through 6 and those 4 through 6 ELAR. So you'll see some overlap. This is where it says 6th grade. What I want for you to do is a close reading where you annotate these things one at a time. So right now we're just doing English. So you need your English standards document, and you need your TEKS. And you're going to view some of the videos. Now, I mentioned right now that EC through 6 and the ELA, the 4 through 8 section, there's overlap. There is overlap in EC-6 and the 4 through 8 content areas. So you can watch those videos that are specific, and it'll be super helpful with ELAR. So even though we won't be talking about concepts with kindergarten ELAR, we will be talking about a lot of the pre 4 through 8, and then the 4 through 6 is overlap for you. So even though there might be only 1 or 2 ELAR EC through 6 specific, there are 4 through 8 videos that go into super deep detail and even do like before, like a prequel, prior knowledge to what these students need to understand. So you might get some benefit from viewing these. And that's the same thing when you move to math. For my EC through 6, I might only have a few videos about mathematics, but in my math 4 through 8, I'm talking a lot about how to instruct for 4th grade, how to instruct for 5th grade in math, how to instruct for 6th grade in math. And typically that's where they're gonna be quizzing you on those higher levels, because they want to know that you can do those higher level maths. So this is also a very useful resource. And there's one for each one. There's one for science, one for social studies, so on and so forth. So take advantage of the videos. I know they're long, but just do it like when your kids go to sleep. I'm going to sit here and listen to her for 20 minutes with my notes. And just take notes like it's a movie or a video or something.
Yes.
And just do a little bit every day, and you'll be ready to test in no time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No. Let me see. So after I finish with this, we move on to another subject.
Right. So after you're done with ELAR, you'll move to the math and print out the math standards, view the math videos, take a look at the math TEKS. And so like for math, and I did tell you that I was going to be adding some things to the folder, and I am, and they're going to be, let me look for them really quickly. So like, for instance, and I'm going to put them in for all of them. So the STAR test is the assessment for our students. Our students, they're required by law to do the TEKS, right? To get those knowledge and skills. The STAR is an assessment of that. So it's a really good study tool. You're doing mathematics, come and look at this 3rd grade mathematics practice. And looking at the types of resources that they get to use on the exam are important, because you have to know how to use them too. If there is a formula that they are tested over, you have to know how to use that formula also. It's not right. So watch, let me go to a 5th grade one, or even a 6th grade one, right? Because that's the highest level that you have to teach. And so you should be able to take this exam with ease. Now, I'm not saying that if you can't, it's a big deal. It's not. This is a really good tool for you to see what areas in math instruction or English instruction do I have difficulty with, right? Because these are over the TEKS. They are an assessment of exactly what it is I'm telling you I wanted you to do a deep dive in. So this is what I think. If there is a formula, if there's a definition, we have to know it. And we don't just have to know it, like have it memorized. We need to be able to use it. I used to tell my students all the time, you need to be a dictionary guru, a dictionary masseuse, a dictionary ninja. Why? Because you can use the dictionary on the exam. And so there's no reason for you to get a vocabulary question wrong. You have the answer in a book. The only reason they would get it wrong is if they didn't know how to use that tool. So utilize these tools. Make sure you understand how to utilize them, because they're going to make you utilize them during the exam.
Okay.
I'm going to put some of these in there, and I'm also going to put their corresponding answer keys, because they're actually really great, because not only do they take, not all of them, like the past 4 years, they started putting rationales. Why is this incorrect, actually? Like, and it is very useful, especially with some of the more nuanced ones, not necessarily with math. So I'm going to put those in there for you to look at later, and then you just touch base with me and we'll meet again.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, you say goodbye to your little one. Let me see the little one before you go. Yeah? Who's the movie star? Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Yes, I heard you coughing up a storm. You look beautiful. I love your bow.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Okay, well, both of you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you later.
Yes, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.